The person who makes you feel chosen faster than anyone ever has is not falling in love with you. They are installing a program, and you are the hardware. If you can't name these 5 signs before the 3rd date, you will mistake control for chemistry, and by the time you see it, you'll already be isolated. Watch until the end, or stay blind to your own conditioning. Sign 1. The velocity tell. Symptom of attack. Within days or weeks, they're already calling you the one, talking about a future, or using language reserved for years-long relationships. Cynical mechanics. Real intimacy is built through tested, repeated trust. It cannot be manufactured at this speed. Accelerated intensity is a deliberate tactic to bypass your rational filters before you've gathered enough data to evaluate them honestly. Speed is the manipulation, not the romance. Counter strategy. 1. Mentally separate the feeling they're generating from the evidence you actually have. 2. Do not match their pace. Let your own timeline stay exactly where it would be with anyone else. 3. Watch their reaction when you don't escalate at their speed. Genuine people adjust. Manipulators push harder. I like where this is going. I'm not in a rush though. Sign 2. The excessive validation flood. Symptom of attack. Constant, over-the-top praise about your looks, your mind, your soul, delivered with an intensity that feels disproportionate to how little time you've actually spent together. Cynical mechanics. This isn't admiration, it's conditioning. They are training your nervous system to associate them with a high dopamine reward state, so that withdrawal of that praise later becomes a tool of control. Counter strategy. 1. Receive compliments without escalating your own in return at the same intensity. 2. Stay observational. Notice if the praise is about who you actually are, or generic enough to apply to anyone. 3. Resist the urge to perform more for them to earn more praise. That's the trap activating. That's kind. I'd rather you get to know the real version first. Sign 3. The isolation disguised as devotion. Symptom of attack. They frame wanting all your time as romantic, subtly discouraging time with friends, family, or other priorities, always under the language of closeness. Cynical mechanics. Isolation is the actual goal. A person with no outside support network is easier to control, easier to convince, and has no one to reality check the relationship against. I just want you all to myself is rarely flattery. It's the first brick in a wall. Counter strategy. 1. Protect your existing relationships as non-negotiable, regardless of how the new connection frames them. 2. Notice resentment or guilt tripping when you spend time elsewhere. That's diagnostic, not romantic. 3. Keep at least one person outside the relationship informed of how things are progressing. As an outside anchor, my friendships aren't optional. That's not changing. Sign 4. The sudden withdrawal test. Symptom of attack. After the initial flood of attention, they abruptly cool off, go distant, or become unpredictable, then watch closely for your reaction. Cynical mechanics. This is the second phase of the conditioning cycle. Having built your dependency on their attention, they now test how hard you'll work to win it back. Your anxiety in this gap is the actual product they were manufacturing from the start. Counter strategy. 1. Do not increase effort, contact, or emotional investment in response to their withdrawal. 2. Maintain your baseline. Same routines, same other relationships, same pace of life. 3. Let their behavior reveal itself over time rather than chasing an explanation. I noticed the shift. I'm not going to chase it. Sign 5. The future-faking anchor. Symptom of attack. Elaborate promises about a shared future. Moving in, meeting family, long-term plans. Made far earlier than the relationship has actually earned. Cynical mechanics. These promises cost nothing to make and everything to verify later. Future faking creates an emotional anchor that keeps you tolerating present-day red flags because you're invested in an imagined future, not the actual person in front of you. Counter strategy. 1. Treat all future statements as unverified until matched by consistent present-day behavior. 2. Refuse to make real-world decisions, moving, financial entanglement, major commitments, based on promises alone. 3. Ask plainly for the next small, concrete step instead of the next big, symbolic one. Let's see how this month goes before we talk about next year. Real intimacy is slow, tested, and earned in silence between the big moments. If someone is in a hurry to make you feel chosen, ask yourself what they're in a hurry to skip.